Hello, friends. To dive into today's topic, I want to begin with a story. Liam was a boy growing up in the suburbs of Arizona. Naturally curious and drawn to life's bigger questions, he often challenged the assumptions that adults seem to take for granted. One day, after hearing stories about a wise monk who lived alone atop a rocky dune deep in the northern Arizona desert, far away from cell service, paved roads, and distractions, Liam set off on a journey to find answers that books and the internet couldn't give him. When he finally met the monk, a man in his 70s with deep-set eyes and a calm, deliberate way of speaking, Liam didn't hesitate. "Master," he asked, "how long will it take me to find awakening?" The monk smiled gently. 10 years. Eager, Liam pressed further. "What if I try twice as hard? Can I reach it faster?" The monk replied, 20 years. Still not satisfied, Liam asked again, "And if I give it my full time and attention, my entire mind and heart?" This time the monk said, 30 years. Puzzled by the seemingly backwards logic, Liam asked, "I don't understand. Why does working harder mean it takes longer?" The monk looked at him steadily and said, "Because when one eye is fixed on the destination, you only have one left to watch the path you're walking." Though brief, this story holds many layers of meaning, like a desert gem that reflects a different truth with every angle. The monk's words weren't just a reply to Liam, but a reminder to all of us living in a world driven by speed, pressure, and constant goals. To truly grasp the wisdom behind the tale, we need to unpack each part: Liam's reaction, the monk's paradox, and the deeper lessons about how we live, strive, and grow. Liam's first instinct, to double down and shorten the timeline, is a natural response. It mirrors how many of us think in today's world, where everything is optimized for speed and efficiency. Want to learn a new skill? There's a crash course for that. Want to succeed? There's a book called 10 Steps to Get Rich. Want to be happy? There's an app that promises inner peace in under a month. This mindset has become deeply ingrained in how we approach nearly every part of life, learning, working, even relationships. But the paradox the monk introduces, that the more obsessively you chase something, the further it gets, stands in direct opposition to that mentality. Why? Because when we fixate on the outcome, we lose our connection to the present. Think of the student who studies endlessly just to ace a test. If they only focus on the grade, they might miss the actual joy of learning. Or the entrepreneur working 16-hour days to build a company may forget why they started it in the first place. Or the person in love, constantly worrying about the future of their relationship, might fail to appreciate the beauty of the moments they already have together. This obsession with results often leads to stress, imbalance, and even burnout. Worse, it causes us to miss the journey itself, which is where true growth actually happens. What the monk wanted Liam to realize is that awakening, or any deep and meaningful goal, can't be reached by running faster. It requires presence, mindfulness, and the ability to fully experience each moment along the way. Another key lesson in the story is the misunderstanding of what awakening really is. Liam, like many of us, saw it as a finish line, a fixed state, a reward to be earned after some measurable period of effort. His question, "How long will it take?" already assumed that awakening was something you could own, like a diploma, a bank account, or a title. In Eastern philosophy, especially within Zen, awakening isn't a goal you achieve, but a way of living. It's not the finish line of a journey, it is the journey itself. Awakening happens when you are fully present with the moment, when you see the world and yourself without the filters of overthinking, anxiety, or expectation. Liam might have asked, "How can I live each moment with awareness?" rather than, "How long will it take to become awakened?" Imagine walking through a forest. If your only focus is reaching the other side, you'll miss the sound of the birds, the scent of pine needles, the feeling of soft earth under your feet. Awakening is like savoring each step on that forest trail, not obsessing over where it ends. It doesn't arrive after you finish a meditation course or read a spiritual book. It arrives when you pause, notice your breath, listen to your heart, and show up fully in each moment. The story also highlights a subtle trap in modern thinking, the obsession with goals. When Liam asked if trying twice as hard or giving his full focus would help him get there faster, he was falling into the trap of what we might call goal absolutism. In today's world, we're conditioned to believe that if we set specific goals, work harder, and never stop pushing, we'll get everything we want. But the monk challenges that mindset, especially when it comes to things like inner peace, happiness, or emotional growth. When you're too focused on the destination, as the monk said, you only have one eye left for the road. It's like climbing a mountain and staring only at the summit, ignoring the rocks and roots underfoot. What happens? You stumble, you lose your way, Or worse, you forget why you began the climb in the first place. Presence, the ability to stay grounded in the now, isn't optional. It's essential for the journey to be meaningful at all. Think about all the times you've said, "Once I finish this, I'll finally be happy." You complete a big project, only to immediately stress about the next one. You reach a milestone, but feel strangely empty, because you've already set another goal. That's the trap the monk warned Liam about. When you live only to arrive somewhere, you miss the meaning of the walk itself. Awakening, or any deep state of being, doesn't wait for you at the finish line. It shows up when you learn to walk with attention, gratitude, and awareness. The story also invites us to rethink what effort really means in modern life. Today, effort is often measured in hours worked, how busy we are, or how many accomplishments we can rack up. Someone who works 12 hours a day is seen as more dedicated than someone who works 8. Someone who takes 10 online courses is seen as more motivated than someone who focuses on just one. But is that truly progress? The monk offers a different perspective. Real effort isn't about quantity, it's about quality. It's not about meditating for 3 hours a day to earn points for enlightenment, but about living 3 mindful minutes each day with your whole attention. It's not about learning everything. It's about deeply learning something that matters. It's not about working yourself to exhaustion. It's about working with intention and staying connected to your purpose. Right effort isn't about wrestling with yourself or controlling every outcome. It's about being able to return inward, listen closely, and act with clarity. When Liam asked how long it would take if he gave everything he had, the monk said, 30 years. To show that obsession with effort can actually take you further away from your goal. Instead of trying to control the journey, let the journey guide you. Instead of racing against time, learn to walk beside it. The monk's final words, "When one eye is fixed on the destination, you only have one eye left for the path," are simple yet profound. They don't apply only to spiritual seekers, they apply to everyone in every corner of life. You're studying for an exam. Do you still remember why you wanted to learn in the first place? You're working to earn money, but are you living each day in alignment with your values? You're in love with someone, but are you appreciating them in the now, or are you constantly anxious about the future? Presence is the foundation of every meaningful journey. When you live with awareness, every step becomes part of awakening. Every day you choose to be fully here, not chasing results, is already a day well lived. The monk didn't want Liam to treat awakening like a prize waiting at the end of the road. He wanted him to realize that awakening is already within each breath, each glance, each moment we choose to be present. The story of Liam and the monk on the desert hill isn't just a lesson in mindfulness, it's a call to rethink how we live. In a world obsessed with speed and outcomes, it's easy to forget that the meaning of life isn't found at the finish line. It's found in how we walk. Every challenge, every moment, every small decision is an opportunity to live more deeply, connect more fully, and grow into the best version of ourselves. Liam may not have understood right away, but the monk's words planted a seed. That seed will grow when Liam learns to stop racing, stop comparing, and start appreciating the road he's on. And that's true for all of us. Whether you're chasing awakening, success, or joy, remember the real reward isn't at the end. It's in every step you take, every breath you notice, and every moment you choose to live with presence and gratitude. Life doesn't wait until we arrive to become meaningful. It becomes meaningful the moment we choose to be here, for real, right now. Let each day be a mindful walk, and you'll see, the destination no longer matters, because the path itself is the greatest reward. I hope you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to hit the like button. It might seem like a small thing, but because of how the YouTube algorithm works, videos with more likes tend to get shown to more people. So your like really helps this video reach others who might need it too. And if you find my content valuable, consider subscribing. It really helps more people discover it. Thanks for watching, and I wish you and your family good health and peace. See you in the next video.